Hey, I'm Aja A, and welcome to Sunshine Haze. Don't forget to check out all the links that I have listed down in the description box, and if you like the video, please give me a little thumbs up. If you have any questions after the video is over, feel free to drop them down below. I try to respond to everyone. And if you all know people interested in astrology, numerology, tarot, or whatever I'm talking about on this channel, go on and send them this link. And don't forget to hit subscribe. And of course, thanks for tuning in and rocking with me. May this info help y'all live your best lives. Peace. Hey y'all, welcome back to SunshinehazeCo. I'm Aja A. This is actually another tarot reading for you, but it's not your monthly tarot forecast. I've already gotten those out. This is actually your Mercury Retrograde reading. We're having the last Mercury Retrograde of the year, so I wanted to put up some messages for y'all, help y'all make it through. This video is a little different from the others. This is for your Mercury sign, so this is the video for the fire sign Mercury placement. So if your Mercury is in Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, this is a video for you. Now, if you are a Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries sun, but your Mercury is placed in like Cancer or Virgo, this is not your video, but I do have the rest of them linked down below. If you don't know what your Mercury placement is, you can just go on Google and type in a free natal birth chart. You'll put in your information and it'll pull up your Mercury placement for you, and then you can come on back and watch the video, okay? This is going to be a quick 3-card spread. I'm going to be looking at the overall energy for this Mercury retrograde for you guys. Because I look at this as a time to reflect and correct, we're going to have a card looking at that. And I was going to say, and as always, because I'm so used to saying that, but that is not your last card. Your last card is going to be the lessons that you need to be learning and taking with you from this particular retrograde period, okay? So, Fire Mercuries. The first card that you got coming up in the spread is in the position of the overall energy for you. And you've got Neptune, which is the message on the card is sacrifice, but that's actually not how I'm going to read this. So if you're familiar with this deck and you're like, wait a minute, but the card says sacrifice, it's because I read intuitively, and that's not the message that I'm getting here. First, I want to talk about the numerology with this one. You've got 10 on the card, right, which is 1, new beginnings, manifestation, new chapters, independence, amplified by 0. But Neptune also governs the 12th house, which is the house that has all of everything to do with our dreams, our spirituality, and our aspirations, okay? So what I'm picking up for this Mercury retrograde is that there is this, you have this pull to really get into and really be thinking about the way that you want your life to look. And I feel more so in regards to the things that you want to do for a living, or the things that you want to do or see play out in your lives or become regular routines in your life. And that could be, you might want a relationship, you might want a different type of career, you might want to have some sort of financial savings, whatever it is that you truly desire, that your heart truly desires. Excuse me, I feel that during this retrograde period, you guys are, you know, it's kind of tugging at your heartstrings a lot more than normally. Now, another message that I have with this Neptune card is, as I mentioned, Neptune, I didn't mention this, but Neptune is associated with Pisces in the 12th house. That's what I mentioned, which is connected to our dreams and our spirituality. So I get this sense that for you guys with these fire Mercury placements, you may be feeling kind of in between worlds for the next month. And that's not to say that you won't be doing things that you're going to be like going crazy, or that you're going to like disappear or something, but you may kind of just feel like you're floating, kind of feel like you're coasting, which would make sense to me because this retrograde starts in Scorpio, which is water. So you may feel like you're kind of just riding the waves, kind of just going with the flow, doing whatever you end up being or finding yourself doing, and not necessarily understanding how you got there or why you're doing these things or for what reason. Keep in mind that everything happens in divine timing and everything plays out the way that it should. So the things that you are feeling pulled to, that your heartstrings are tugging to, just know that that's happening on a subconscious level for you. You have this Neptune energy really rocking with you during this Mercury retrograde, okay? What else do I want to say about this card? I feel like I have another message for you guys. I mentioned dreams. Your dreams. This, for me, my dreams tend to get kind of crazy around like water moons or like major water lunations. However, with this being a water Mercury retrograde, and Mercury being a planet that does govern our thoughts and our perspective, I would definitely say be paying attention to your dreams if you can remember them. If you're like me and you only remember them as soon as you wake up or at random points in the day, put aside like a little notebook, and you don't have to get fancy. Like, you can go to the dollar store, get you a $1 notebook, put it by your bed, and when you wake up in the morning, sit and you were, especially if your dreams are crazy, or especially if you have questions about your dreams, when you wake up in the morning, sit and write notes about everything that you can remember, okay? And then analyze it or not, but I mean, if you're gonna write down your dreams, I would suggest analyzing your dreams. That's why I write them down, and I do come to find that when I start doing these analyzations of my dreams, and we're in a Mercury retrograde, so analyzation is a major energy. When I do these analyzations, they definitely connect with my waking life, or I find that I'm getting some foreshadowing into some things that may be playing out for me. So your dreams are going to be very important. There's going to be messages coming in for you. It's going to be knowledge popping up for you, probably coming by way to you through the ethers, in your dream space, to your higher self. But the good thing about whatever our higher self is doing, it incorporates into our physical body, into what we've got going on in this tangible realm, okay? The next card that I want to talk about in your spread is in the position of where you need to reflect and correct, and you've got the wisdom card here. So that I've got a couple of messages with that one. First and foremost, I did just talk about dreams and this Neptune energy and how you guys are going to be picking up knowledge coming in through your dreams. Pay attention to your dreams, reflect and correct on your dreams, because there are messages there for you guys. Just depending on whatever you've got going on in your life, there are things that are going to be coming into you. You may have loved ones visit you in your dreams. You may have, like I said, you may get some foreshadowing into things that are going to transpire that you should be paying attention to. And then you also may just be picking up some knowledge and picking up some healing while you're kicking it, while you're sleeping, while you're kicking it in the ethers, okay? Another thing with this wisdom card, I mentioned talking about how your dreams and not your sleeping dreams, but your goals and your aspirations and the things that you're passionate about and that you want to do are going to be popping up for you in your mental over this retrograde period. And I want to say, and especially for Mercury retrograde, I don't suggest like making major moves, making big moves, unless you are very familiar with your chart in these transits, okay? And you know that whatever you do, Mercury ain't gonna take you out. You don't have to make major moves, but this, like I said, is a reflect and a correct period. So this is the time to think about what it is that you want to do, what it is that you want to see come in, and really be thinking about, how can I, with this wisdom card, how can I harness all the knowledge that I need? How can I improve my skill? How can I, perfect my talent and my abilities to really put me in this space to be doing what it is that I want to do? You've got to reflect and correct. You've got to gain some wisdom. And with this being Mercury, like I said, mental, it does govern our mental. So if you are out there trying to do something different, if you're trying to switch careers, if you're trying to invest, it would make sense to do some, like literally in the physical, do some research, read some books, read some articles, reach out to people who do what you are trying to do, or who have successfully completed what you're trying to get done, and see what pointers they have for you. Soak in, just because it's Mercury retrograde doesn't mean that you can't do anything. I'm just talking about, like, don't be trying to be like making major moves, making big plans, starting new projects right now. This is the time for you to reflect and correct on the things that you already have going on, that once Mercury stations direct, you'll be able to see play out in the way that you want to see it play out. And by way of that, you'll bring in more opportunities for yourself, okay? So during this time, over the course of this, like, next month or so, be doing the research, be reaching out to people, be reading, be, practicing, be whatever it is that you've got to do to perfect your skill, whatever it is that you've got to do to bring in, the notion that you are at the top of your game and that you're able to exhibit that. Go on and do that. Go on and prepare yourself to be coming into whatever your dreams and desires that are coming in at the forefront for you is going to be bringing in for you once this planet stations direct, okay? Last card that you have in your spread is Gnosis. And let's see. I'm getting better with my Roman numerals. What's that? That's 50, 67. This is 75, you guys. I am so proud of myself. This is Gnosis. And this is in the position of the lessons that need to be learned while you are rolling in these Scorpio waves and tossing in these Libra winds by way of the Mercury Retrograde. Gnosis is a state of knowing by way of experience, and your knowing is coming into you on a very spiritual tip. Okay, you're getting knowledge through your dreams, and you're also picking up knowledge in the physical. So for you guys, you got two things going on here, and I'm not surprised because y'all are fire. Y'all like to move, y'all like to work in regards to the things that Mercury governs in your lives. Okay, so if there's something that you're trying to work towards, something that you're trying to get to, something that you've learned that you want to master or want to conquer, not only are you guys doing work in the spiritual by listening to the messages, by taking those dream messages that are coming in, but you're also doing work in the physical by reading, by racking up knowledge, by, you know, putting yourself in a position to be an expert at what it is that you're trying to do. You know, they talk about this stuff in job trainings and all this stuff, but you know, everything comes from a little bit of something. Y'all know how I feel about corporate America, but everything comes from some everything comes from some part of truth, you know. In order for you to do something successfully, you have to master that skill. So during this time, master the skill so that once the planet station's direct, you can hit the ground running. With this Gnosis card, what you need to be picking up on is, and what I feel like I need to tell you is that you guys need to understand that you're doing these things, you're doing this work so that it can all just come naturally to you, so that you can just know what moves to make next, know how to do this and know how to do that to put you in the spaces and the places that you want and need to be in. So as you're picking up knowledge, don't do like we used to do in middle school, and you know, you listen to the teacher, and you know how the teachers be like, oh, take notes, and you take notes, and you're zombied out taking notes, and then when you go home and it's time to study for the test, you're like, I have no idea like what any of this stuff means. I took the notes, but I don't know what this means. Do it like we did it in college, okay? You taking the notes and you are really paying attention, because now you're paying for a degree and you want to make sure you get a good grade, because you don't have time to pay another couple $1,000s for another course. So you need to take the things that you're learning, take your experience, and incorporate that into your livelihood, incorporate that into the way that you move, so that you just, when things pop up, when this planet station's direct, you know how to move. You know what you got going on. The word is Gnosis. Which is I was about to give y'all a horrible language lesson. Actually, Gnosis, I believe has roots in the word, some French word, and something to do with grammar, which is about casting spells and magic. Did you guys know that the grammar, actually, its origins, whatever language it's from, translates to like magic and casting spells. So with that being said, Gnosis here, you know what you need to do to manifest everything that you want to see come in for yourself. You know what you need to do, but you're gonna have to pick up the knowledge and do the work and listen to the messages coming in for you in your dream world and in the physical, in order for you to put yourself in that poppin' ass place. Okay, so I mean, Mercury retrograde is actually not bad for y'all. I mean, as far as these cards go, I don't know what else y'all got going on, but as far as this reading goes, Mercury retrograde is actually pretty popping for you, because it's preparing you to do the things that you really want to do and the things that you're going to enjoy. Okay, this was just a little taste, a quick general reading. I am actually offering a sale on my Mercury and Mars retrograde readings for the month of October. They're normally $40, so you can get one for half price, only $20 for this month. I've got my Etsy shop linked down below. Support Black businesses, support Black women-owned businesses like SunshinehazeCo. I appreciate it, and I appreciate y'all guys. Y'all guys. Now I sound like I'm from somewhere deep in the South. I'm from Denver, Colorado, y'all. I appreciate y'all tuning in and watching this video and listening to these messages. I hope they found y'all well, and I will catch y'all next time. Peace.